Luke, the reigning champion, another record-breaking campaign for yourself. How does it feel coming back here to the O2?
Yeah, obviously get this bit out the way. With today, obviously speak to the media and everyone. But as soon as tomorrow night comes, I know the buzz will be there, the adrenaline will be pumping, and I can't wait to see a sold-out O2 once again.
And it is your first time looking to defend a major trophy. How do you think that's going to feel tomorrow night?
Yeah, it's just looking forward to the first semi-final against Gerwyn Price. Obviously come here a few hours before, get the practice in, just make sure that I'm warmed up and I'm ready to go.
And in what ways has this campaign felt different to last year?
I wouldn't say I had a bad start. Obviously, week one against Michael van Gerwen was an incredible match. That was just one of them games we were both on it, but Michael was just the better man. But now I've been playing really well. I've broke many records once again this year, and I'm hoping that it all pays off for tomorrow night.
And at times last week, you threw a little bit more deliberately. You played with a different setup, that K-Flex prototype. Are you going to stick with those darts tomorrow night? I know you did say you'd have to put a bit more practice in.
Yeah, well, I can say I've not practiced this week. I've just chilled out. I know I can have some practice tomorrow night, and if it's not going well, I can change back to the old setup.
And taking on Gerwyn Price, everyone's gone on about the record between the two of you. Of course, he won 6 on the spin, but you've won the last 2, averaging around the 104 mark on both occasions. How much of a bearing do you think those last 2 matches will have coming into this one?
Yeah, well, obviously, Gez, he's been here before. He's been to the O2 before. I think he's made a final and a semi-final once. But for myself, I'm looking forward to it. We're both playing really well. Obviously, I've played the better darts more than anyone over the past 16 weeks, and I'm hoping it can pay off for tomorrow.
And previously, he believed that he had your number. Do you think you've got his now?
Maybe. Obviously, the record's there to be shown. Obviously, if he beat Christobi last week, he would have gone up to 3rd. I think he was 4-1 up. Chris come back and won. I think Chris went 11, 12, 13, 12. But then that's how it falls, 1-4, 2-3. But yeah, I'm just ready for it.
And you've achieved so much already, but if you were able to successfully defend a major title, where would this rank in your list of achievements?
Yeah, I've done so much. Obviously, the biggest one's the World Championships. That'll always be at #1. But there's only Phil and Michael van Gerwen who've gone back to back here. So I'd love to go back to back and be the 3rd one to do it.
Taking on Luke Littler, how much are you relishing that tomorrow night at the O2?
Yeah, I'm not saying I wanted to play Luke. I just wanted to finish 4th, and yeah, like I said, it's a bit better when you win and you get a little bit of a break before the final. But I need to win that game first, and I'm playing well enough. And yeah, fingers crossed I can.
And everyone talks about your head-to-head record against Luke Littler. Yes, he's won the last 2, but you know that when you're fully firing against him, more often than not, you come out on top in that fixture.
Yeah, and when I'm focused and I concentrate and I really want to win, because sometimes when you're in the Premier League, you can just go into a lull and not give 100%. And yeah, I'll be giving 110% tomorrow, and I'll be fully focused and I'll be ready to go.
And it's taken a lot of hard work for you, hasn't it, to get yourself back to finals night here at the O2. How proud are you of the work you've done off the hockey to make sure this happened again?
Yeah, obviously having a lot of help towards the back end of the year has helped me, and getting my mind focused, getting me more positive, getting me in the right frame of mind. And yes, it's paid off dividends on the board and off the board. I've got myself back into shape a little bit. Dropped the few pounds, started eating healthy, and back in the gym, doing a bit of boxing, doing a bit of rugby training. So yeah, things are going in the right direction.
And it is your 2nd time at finals night. What did you learn from that first one? Because you were the favourite, of course, going into that final against Michael van Gerwen. And what did you learn from that you can use tomorrow?
Yeah, so it doesn't matter about the last 16 weeks. Doesn't matter how well you played, because obviously I felt fully confident that I deserved to win that Premier League. And on the night, I fell short in the final, and Michael performed. So yeah, everything all happens tomorrow night. The other 16 weeks are gone and fully focused. But yeah, it doesn't matter how well you played last couple of weeks. It's all on tomorrow.
And you are already, of course, the most successful Welshman in PDC history. How much would it mean to you to add that Premier League title to your list of achievements?
Yeah, my little buddy Johnny have won it, so I'd like to get one of those as well. He won it when I wasn't in it, though, when I got kicked out for COVID in 2021, which was a bit gutting. But yeah, it'd be nice to get that one under my belt and join Johnny as well.
You mentioned Johnny Clayton there, so I am going to mention it. I spoke to him yesterday. He said he's backing you. He thinks you're going to go all the way at the O2 tomorrow night. He's just picked up a Euro Tour title as well. That bodes very well, doesn't it? Especially if you go all the way when it comes to the World Cup in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, it's good to see Johnny playing well and back in form. You know, he deserves it. I think he's up to number 5 in the world, so he's flying. And yeah, if I can go on and win this, and yeah, England won't be favourites. Well, they might be, but I don't think they'll win.
The only finalist who decided to go to Rosmalen to play on the Euro Tour at the weekend. Certainly a very good decision. Played some incredible darts. But why did you make that decision? Why did you think it was important to play over the weekend?
I just thought there's no good me playing this weekend, and if I win the Premier League, then I'm not going to want to play. So I thought best to keep myself busy. I got a break after this, so one last push. I thought give myself a bit of confidence. If it goes well, great. If it don't, you can just rest at home. But yeah, it went really well. Played good, and it's given me good confidence now going into tomorrow.
Yeah, were you searching for anything in particular going over to Rosmalen?
A trophy, to be honest with you. Yeah, I was searching for a win. It's not been coming around as much often this year as it probably did last year. But the confidence is good enough for me, and hopefully I can go into tomorrow and play the same. Because if I do, I'll be a tough player to beat.
Yeah, and it is only your second Premier League campaign. You've said that you've not felt as consistent in your performances over the course of this Premier League, but you must feel that the form has come at just the right time.
Yeah, I do. I think over the last 3 or 4 weeks, I've been playing a lot better. To be honest, more consistently better. Saturday and Sunday I did. So yeah, I feel like I'm bringing myself into a bit of form now. Really looking forward to playing tomorrow, and hopefully I can repeat that what I did at the weekend.
Yeah, and runner-up, of course, 12 months ago, losing out to Luke Littler in that final. But what did that campaign teach you that you can take into tomorrow?
That you don't want to lose again in a final. So yeah, I think you learn every time. But yeah, it didn't teach me too much. It just, on the whole, it taught me that it's a long slog, the Premier League, and you have to prepare yourself better, which I did this year. But yeah, it teaches you things, and it'll probably teach me something, this year as well. But I'm just looking forward to going into there and hopefully trying to pick up that trophy.
And this is the main thing that you want to tick off in 2025, isn't it?
100%. Yeah, I think it's the only big one that I've not got on my resume yet. So it's the only one left that if I do complete, then there won't be too much to chase. So yeah, this is the one that I really want.
And just a word on Nathan Aspinall, your opponent in the semi-final. When you look at your last few meetings, my goodness, have you brought the best out in each other. You always produce fireworks.
We always play well against each other. I think, especially for myself, I've had some really, really good performances, high averages against Nathan. And, he always seems to, perform on the same level that when I play well against him. So I wouldn't believe tomorrow's going to be any different. I think it's going to be a great game. I think the other semi-final is going to be a great game. I think the final is going to be a great game. It's just who's got that nerve under pressure that can take the trophy.
And just a word on Nathan Aspinall. I know you know him very well. There were question marks over his inclusion at the start of this Premier League campaign, but he has played admirably, hasn't he? Picked up a Euro Tour title, made another final, a final on the floor as well. With all the question marks, all the injuries that he's had, it really is testament to his strength.
Yeah, I mean, Nathan's one of my best mates on tour, so I was obviously pleased that he was in it. But for me, he's got grit and he's got determination, and that's things you need. That's the recipe, the things you need to be in the Premier League. It's hard to walk into it and think you can do it off the first season. I knew that he'd perform. I knew that you wouldn't see him bottom of the table. Probably think people were thinking that you were going to see him bottom of the table. I never thought that. I knew that he'd always be around that fourth and fifth mark. That's what he's all about. And it doesn't surprise me that he's here at the O2.
From the injury concerns to the setbacks that you've had, not only in the Premier League, but of course you've won a Euro Tour. You've eased the pressure on yourself for the back end of the year as well. It really has been an incredible start to 2025.
Yeah, and the thing is, it had to. And when my back's against the wall, that's normally when I manage to play well and pull great results out. And yeah, it's been a great few months for me. But again, like I say, winning thirds would be amazing. And then obviously then we start playing ranking events then. You've got the match play coming up very quickly in July. We've got a few World Series events. When I'm playing Premier League week in, week out, it brings my game on because I'm playing the best of the best every week instead of sitting at home not playing. So yeah, it's been great. And, I've still got a big season ahead, and this could be a great start in the right direction.
And how nice has it been to show the other side of Nathan Aspinall again? Because everyone goes on about you being gritty and your determination, but you've shown real flair and you've dominated opponents as well.
Yeah, again, it's something I've worked on for years, really. I've always been dead slow out the blocks, and that's something I've been working really hard with my sports psychologist and my hypnotherapy. Is trying to be on it from the start, and I think over the last few weeks, that's what I've been doing. and then I've kind of flipped it now. I'll tail off at the end of games, but I'm not used to being that far ahead, I think. But nah, it's amazing. You know, I'm going to have to do this on Thursday against Luke. I'm going to have to come out the blocks really quick, and I'm confident that I can. And if I do that, I'll put the pressure back on him.
You've mentioned Luke there. When you look at the last few matches you've played against each other, they really have been blockbuster ties, haven't they?
Yeah, you know, me and Humphries are really close as well. We do a lot of travelling together. World number one. It's a tough ask for me to beat him over 19 legs. I've done it before. I think I did it in the match play. I know I can do it. But yeah, we've had some great games this year in the Premier League, high averages, close games. I think it'll be another close game again. And I think it'll just come down to, you know, a couple of key moments throughout the match, and hopefully they go my way and not his.
And we've spoken to him already. He said he's proud of the way that you've handled things because you are very close. What have you made of him as the world number one? Because he is an incredible ambassador for this sport, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. You know, I've come out in interviews this year saying I just do not understand the hatred that he gets. He is one of the nicest men I've ever met. He's a credit to the sport. He's a gentleman when he wins, a gentleman when he loses. And yeah, he's been a fantastic world champion, fantastic world number one. I can't really say much more about the guy. He's a fantastic lad, but I hope he absolutely hammer him on Thursday night.
And just finally, you were a finalist, of course, in 2020. How much would it mean to you to go one further here at the O2?
Yeah, Glenn can stop sending me messages then, can't he? Yeah, he's never let me live that final down. But no, it'd be amazing to put my name with, you know, probably the greats of the game. Winning the Premier League, it's probably the toughest tournament to win outside the World Championships, in my opinion. Yeah, so to lift that trophy would be a dream come true, and yeah, I'll get myself a weekend off as well. That's the deal I've made myself. If I win it, I ain't going to Germany. So I think the Germany probably want me to lose, but yeah, that's my reward.